Oh my goodness. I was fine. And I closed my eyes and I just conked right out. Oh man. Yeah. I need more EP, obviously. I need more EP. So I'll have it be a short stream today. I got more writing done. We're 10 more pages in. So oh my goodness sakes. Oh. Excuse me. Oh, I might try to fix my sleep schedule for tomorrow. I'm now at split sleep schedule again, which is annoying. It's my own fault. Happens, you know. Happens. Alright. Okay. So let's start again a little bit back. We're doing Piercing the Veil again. Oh, excuse me. Excuse me. Alright. I hope so, Kenny. Don't feel ashamed if your heart finds another. Trust me. You won't be dishonoring me or the memory of me. Life is for the living. No matter what, I'll be here when it's your time, and you will see then. He couldn't understand what she meant. If he was there, wouldn't he feel sad about someone moving on? Or is that part of the process of life? That you couldn't hold on to the past wounds and hurts forever? He realized he had spaced out a moment again, and thought, and looked up to see her turned at the edge of the boundary and offering a wave to him. He still felt the sadness clinging around him, but he simply balled his fists and wiped the tears from his eyes before calling out to her. A promise for a promise, then. I will see you again someday. Cynthia simply offered a smile before she bowed her head low and then stepped back past the mirrors. It wasn't that she vanished, but the form of her slipped away, arcing like a star streaking across the sky as she departed. It was only once she was gone that Mahako and Higer came back. The massive snake, eyes outlined in red and strange markings all along his body, carefully settled the straw doll on the ground. Many try several times to get in contact with those they most desperately wish to see. You truly are lucky, Kenneth Ashwood. Higer seemed to echo the same sentiments, having hopped up onto his shoulder and patting him on the cheek. She made me promise to live as long and well as I could. When it's my time, I am to offer her the story of how I lived, the things I had seen and adventures I went on. Mahako nodded his head as he turned to focus his eyes on the burned man, a few flicks of the tongue following the stare. Such is the wisdom of the divine domain. The story your life helps to plant the foundations of yourself in this realm. The more you achieve, accomplish, and strive against, the more you gain in this place. Only then can you build enough to choose a second chance. The words of the snake made Ken's eyes open wide before he called out, his voice louder than intended. A second chance? What do you mean? Mako laughed a little, drawn out in a strange hiss before he nodded his head. Exactly that. On this side, the labors and work continue, but to the end goal of a choice. Whoa. To walk through the great golden gate in the Emperor's palace. You'll understand when it's your time. For now, you should head back to the mundane world. There's still much you have to be taught about. Snake did not wait for more replies, and instead began to slither up into the air, flying without exertion as he moved past the boundary. There, a couple of things in shadow attempted to grab him, but shadows of his own lashed out to strike them and smote the wispy ashes away. Kenneth wanted to ask so many more questions, but it was clear that he was going to be left with what he had learned. He did at least look around and see the strange outlines that highlighted the entire underground facility and the shrine it sat under. Curiosity struck him, and thus he walked to where the double doors were and carefully opened them, surprised at the rigidity given the fluid nature of their movements. When he looked into the hall, he was immediately taken aback by the solid nature of everything. The walls, floors, and ceiling look impermeable and solid as one would expect. I'm trying to think of it. I'll get rid of the and solid part. Impermeable, as one would expect. He even reached out and tapped the wall, knocking on it and sending an echoing reverberation down the hall. What the fuck? He then leaned back into the room of reflections and looked about, noting that everything was still fluid, yet offered resistance when pressed against. How the hell does that work? Mundane influences spirit side. Spirit side influences mundane. Higer's voice called out as he sat on Ken's shoulder and pointed. Go to the bathroom. Mirror makes ripples. Easier to move through. What? Yes, mirrors make ripples. If invited into Mahako's house, can move through solid too. Kenneth blinked a few times, still completely out of his depth, and then noticed the strange hazy outline that moved through him before waving its arms around multiple times and pointing back into the room. This made Ken turn back and move towards the mirrors, where he could hear the faint voice of Theo once more. Could not understand the words at first, for suddenly he saw a snake charmer spring out of the floor like a pop-up book and start to look around frantically. Once he turned and saw Ken standing just on the threshold of the hall, he offered a wave of his hand. Yo, Kenny. Welcome to the Divine. Spirit world, astral plane, land of near literally a million names. I didn't want to intrude in case you were successful, but then I figured I needed to check on you too, just to make sure you didn't try to wander outside the boundary. Yeah, I got to see Cynthia, and Mahako said some things. Then Higer said something about ripples and moving to this side easier with the mirrors. Well, I mean, if we were shifters, mages are full-on spirits, sure. But we kind of need the reflections room to do that. Sorry, little straw buddy, but us watchmen can't pass through the same way you all can. To Ken's surprise, he heard the little straw doll let out a disappointed sigh before turning to pat the burned man's cheek. I'm sorry. No need to be sad you can't. I am so confused. That's fine. And, in fact, very understandable. At any rate, the others said they lost Scratch, but Shrade managed to wound him, so, well, turns and roundabouts. Also, apparently we're going to get a visitor, and you may want to see them, too. Ken raised her brow, but Theo just walked over and patted the wispy interpretation of a pillow in the center of the room. We also need to test your natural talent. Well, it wasn't like he had anything better to do, and he figured it was best to get a jump start on the promise he had made to Cynthia. The conversation, if one could call his sobbing cries a participant in it, had actually lifted a great weight from his shoulders. He felt far more calm and at ease than he expected he would, and thus he followed Theo's lead as they both went back to the mundane side. The man approached the shrine with a dignified stride, head held high and eyes focused straight on his goal as he ascended the path under the pilgrim's gate. There were dozens of pairs of eyes watching him, some even whispering in hushed tones as he approached and strode with confidence down the very center of the path. This was considered poor decorum for visitors, but the enforcement on such had lapsed over the centuries of practice. Even so, one of the shrine tenders who was dutifully sweeping the path clear, looked up and waved a hand. "Oh, hey, pardon, pilgrim, but please do not walk down the center of the pathway. That is reserved for the guardians and spirits." The man that approached did not turn his gaze from his destination. Instead, he simply called out as he walked. "Precisely." The man's blond hair brushed at his shoulders as his golden eyes looked past the tender while he walked. Well, maybe I'll stop that while he carried on. It was not that he wished to put on a presence of arrogance, but there was an order to things, especially if one were presenting themselves for rebuke and fair dealings. The damnable foxes may hide their true nature, but a wolf was a wolf. Wait, are you claiming to... The tender's words drifted off, but he then turned away from the man and began to hurry back up the path himself. He ran along the sides of the center as he sprinted up, even calling out, Hey, we have a visitor." At the top of the inner pilgrim's gate, Father Rose, Shrade, Brickhouse, Dowerman, and a few other shrine tenders gathered. These tenders all looked on nervously as they watched the blond-haired man ascend the path. No haste in his movements, yet no faltering either. His clothing was the strangest part of him, as he wore a yellow business suit, with a black dress shirt beneath and yellow tie. One would expect the same attire down to his shoes, but these were in stark juxtaposition as black combat boots, all while his hands had black fingerless gloves as if he rode a motorcycle. The spirits had already given advance warning of his approach, and thus Theo and Ken came up from the underground facility, alongside Rockbottom, who had been roused from her nap. Will-O-Wisp and Dodger followed behind, sticking near the pathway down, as they were both more used to support instead of direct conflict. Billy Boy and Bolts brought up the rear, as they waited at the bottom of the stairs, ready to spring out if need be. Across the yard of the shrine, coming from the main house, was another woman that Ken had yet to be introduced to. She had a hammer gripped in both hands and started moving towards the gathering under the final pilgrim's gate. Come on, Ken. Let's see what's up. Snake Charmer urged him forward, and the two of them came to stand beside the others, while the man was still climbing the final steps up to the shrine. This is when Kenny got his eyes upon the man for the first time, and could not help but give an audible gasp. This made some of the others gathered let out a chuckle, for they too remembered the first time they had beheld one of them. The man approaching the shrine with such confidence was not alone, but carried the shimmering outline that gave revelation to his concealed truth. Twin ears flicked and twitched atop a head in the vague outline of a wolf that acted as an unnatural shadow and outline of the man himself. Every aspect oozed this strange shimmering shadow, even indicating a tail and claws where the hands would be. This caused Ken to rub at his eyes as if to chase some befoulment from them, and look once more, tempted to gain clarity but reconfirming the shape he had seen instead. "What brings a guardian to Mahako's shrine?" Father Rose asked as he stood directly in the approaching man's path. Said man did not respond and walked up the steps entirely, coming to stand face to face with the elderly man, looking down indirectly into his eyes. Father Rose did not flinch back, and instead held his ground before he started to speak once more. "You should answer. There is a proper order of things, little half-spirit." The man's voice was calm but firm, and at those words Father Rose gave a nod of his head and stepped aside. The man then continued on his course, straight towards the Tower of Offerings at the center, before he took a knee for a moment and whispered something. He then stood soon after and straightened his suit before turning back to face the others. "I have come for the audience with Mahako, as has been requested." Ken turned his own focus towards Theo, though kept a side eye on the strange man as he whispered, "Who the hell, or what the hell is that?" Snake Charmer turned his head and then chuckled a little before he responded in a hushed tone, "That is a wolf." Ken furrowed his brow, looking at the yellow-suited man before back to Theo. "What?" That's the end of Chapter 3. And then we go into Chapter 4. Hidden amongst us are those beyond us. The gathering had moved to stand between the Tower of Offerings and the House of Mahako, while the yellow-suited man kept his arms folded over his chest and his foot tapping on the ground. Ken himself swore he could hear the rumbling growl coming from the man, and this made him turn to speak with Theo and the others. But the man in the yellow suit simply pointed directly at Ken. "I can hear you whispering. We have sensitive ears." This made Kenneth freeze up, to which Schrade couldn't help but crack a smile as the newbie slowly stepped forward and offered a bow of his head. I'm sorry. I'm kind of all new to all of this, and, well, for today I was in a mental health facility thinking I was crazy for seeing the spirits. Neighbors." The man in the yellow suit kept tapping his foot but gave a nod of his head. "Also, sorry, I've never seen a wolf man thing before." "You can just call him a werewolf, or a guardian. We're in knowledgeable company," Theo said, but Father Rose coughed, and this was a signal for Schrade to slap Snake Charmer in the back of the head. Gah! "I am absolutely thrilled to be in such wondrous company, and that you all can see the truth of what I am." The sheer annoyed tone... Town? What the fuck? Sheer annoyed tone and words spoken for emphasis made his sarcasm absolutely clear. "I mean, I don't speak for anyone but myself in that. I just think it's kind of cool," Ken said as he shrugged his shoulders and then offered a slight bow of his head once more. "I don't mean to put you on the spot or anything. I'm just in that weird place where around every corner something even crazier springs up." Andre sighed and pinched the bridge of his nose, while his eyes closed firmly and his foot tapped a bit more. He then took in a deep breath and looked at all of them. "Right. Once Mahako arrives, I can explain some things, involving the little parasite named Scratch." This immediately got everyone's focus, for each had at the very least heard the stories of the terror he wielded. Yet it was a little box on legs, with lid open enough for eyes to peer out, that spoke up soon after. "Mm-hmm. I need to explain why you didn't help us fight him." This made Andre sigh once more and slump his shoulders before he waved his hand. "I already made promise that I would explain that situation. I'd prefer to do so only once, so I can turn to my pack and hunt him down. However, if it needs to be said more than once, it can't be helped." Andre reached into his pocket and withdrew a strange rock and looked around at the gathered group. "I would ask only your strongest step forward. The rest of you should step back a few paces so I can demonstrate." Schrade gave a nod of his head and stepped up beside the werewolf, while the rest of the group retreated several steps away. The yellow-suited man then raised out the stone towards Schrade and looked him squarely in the eyes. "I want you to understand that this will be painful. You should tell your friends to step back as well. I'll not tolerate the spirits harmed in this without dire cause." Schrade raised a brow and then turned his head and waved a hand, signaling the spirits he had contracted with to retreat away. "This stone is the bane of evil spirits, but it cannot differentiate friend from foe. This forces all spirits caught within its influence to expose themselves. To the Anva, to you little half-spirits, it acts as a resonator of pain and will hobble you, but this is temporary." Before Schrade could speak up, the man ran his thumb over the stone, and there was a sudden and intense pressure wave that resonated out from it. Let me give us a couple drink of water. Hold on. Excuse me. Instantly, Schrade doubled over in pain, grabbing his head and falling to his knees as he cried out. Yet the resonance continued. This lasted until Schrade started to wobble forward and back, and the werewolf ran his thumb back over the stone once more, which stopped the pressure waves and allowed Schrade to sit back and take a few breaths. "Holy sweet mother of all fucks!" Ken realized he had only ever heard the man swearing each time he heard Schrade speak. This is also when Mahako slithered out from his home and looked between the fallen watchman and the werewolf. "I see. So you kept critical information to yourself. You did not wish to activate the stones within my halls." The werewolf gave a nod of his head before he slipped the stone back into his pocket. "It was a calculation, for if we were to try and take Scratch's abominable existence, we would have had to activate all 5 stones around the shrine, forcing him to become corporeal and allowing us to damage him. Such would also force all the other spirits within your dwelling, including you, I'm afraid to say, to be exposed. We would not be able to warn you ahead of time for fear Scratch would realize the plan and flee." "Yet Scratch has fled now," Schrade said before he started to stand and brushed off his pants, as he stared into Andre's eyes. "Indeed he has. For my pack knows how to track the cancerous shade. They are doing so now without me." "You still should have tried. The risk to me, my forces, and the neighbors here is worth it to bring down that vile monstrosity," Mako said, his voice filled with annoyance, but Andre shook his head and raised a hand. "I'm afraid I cannot agree with that. The mandate would see me as a fool that could have allowed Scratch to target lesser spirits and would have injured the little half-spirits here. He would not be able to stop the stones for the entirety of the fight, to put down the predator himself. I'm sure this one could tell you how that would have felt." Shrade gave a puff from his lips and looked at Mahako with a weary face. I hate to say it, Lord Mahako, but I don't think my sanity could take that. If the fight lasted for a couple seconds, it would be one thing, but I just imagine, with how slippery Scratch is, it would have taken several minutes, and I felt like my body was being ripped in half. Andre gave a nod of his head and spoke up before Mahako had the chance. I would not have slain the half-spirits. Let me try that again. It would not have slain the half-spirits here, but they would be out of commission for a long time. The intensity is needed to match the threat that Scratch has become, as I am sure you are aware, given he so casually infiltrated your home, even knowing of your power. The great snake furrowed his brows and flicked his tongue several times in thought, still annoyed, and yet he had to admit the guardian wolf was right. I also must state that my pack and I are not from this area. We're technically encroaching upon land of a native wolf tribe, thus I was not familiar with how to contact you to begin with. From what lands do you hail from, and who do you serve? With that question, the man in yellow suit turned to fully acknowledge Mahako and offered a bow of his head. I'm of the Twin Lakes tribe, located about 3 hours southeast of here. We serve Oh boy, here we go. Altarothix, the Cerulean dragon, and his alliance with Frostfang. The names meant nothing to Ken, but he could not mistake the sudden widening of Mahako's eyes and the tense way that Dowerman shivered. An alliance with Frostfang? The werewolf nodded his head and looked squarely into the serpent's eyes. Is the Grey Wolf tribe truly that fierce? To claim their own convergence and establish their tribe, the chieftain of Grey Wolf challenged 5 wolves at once. This made many of the spirits, including Hyger, lean in intently, for gossip was such sweet currency. Mahako seemed ready to speak once more, but Andre raised a hand up. He did not succeed in the fight, but they still submitted anyways. Because he didn't need to win. If he battled hard enough by himself, while outnumbered so. The serpent mused as Andre nodded his head. Correct. He took down 3 of the wolves before the last 2 were able to subdue him, and this was a battle that lasted far longer than one would expect. Even at the end of it, he simply rose and his body healed as if he had never fought before and was prepared for the next fight. Though the old Swifttail tribe had technically claimed victory, all who beheld the fight noted that the chieftain of the Grey Wolf had nearly overcome the odds by himself. Those gathered to watch, of them a small unkindness of Revorin, swore fealty to Grey Wolf and joined his tribe. The ravens and the wolves forming together like the days of old. And do you know the chieftain's name? Rumors, gossip, half-truths, so many things spread amongst the Ander to one another, that even they did not know for sure who spoke correctly on the matter. The man nodded his head and let out a sigh. He is known as Strithelfer in our tongue, War Howler and Rosarian, a name gifted him by the Emperor himself, a claim that is yet to be challenged after seeing him fight. This made all the spirits giddy, for they had heard bits and pieces of the whole spread throughout the spirit net and the divine realm itself. Will the Twin Lakes be submitting to him as well? I do not like the insinuation that we are somehow lesser, but we are forming close ties to them, as are many others across Rosentia. The Divine Dragon Emperor's proclamation was heard by many tribes during the last World War, and Grey Wolf has begun preparing for the truth of it being revealed. Mako flicked his tail around before he turned some and began to slither away. Oh, The Emperor is wise. He likely knows that with this war and the sky breaking. The snake's words trailed off, but it was the last statement that made Andre tense up and offer a smile of his own. Well, all I can say is the rumor about that is true. This made the great serpent, along with many of the spirits, become more giddy, as yet more was divulged. At the same time, Ken was scratching his cheek and even leaned over to Theo before whispering, "The sky broke." Snake Charmers shared in the whisper as if conspiracy, while the rest were still focused on the exchange between a guardian and the local god of the area. Yeah, happened about 2 years back. All the neighbors said it was like the dam broke, and the hells could target the mundane and divine more easily. I mean, I got to see the sky crack and break like glass, but had no idea what was going on. Also, is this common? For our neighbors, absolutely. For a guardian? I think he's just humoring them since he was technically, maybe, potentially in trouble? This brought an audible sigh from the man in the yellow suit who covered his face. I could still hear you both. He then slowly stood upright and brushed down his suit. Now, I should be departing back to my pack. I will at least offer Mani my voice before that. But not her brother? Mako asked as he turned his head slightly to look back at the wolf, who caught on to the meaning and groaned. Fine. Man waved his hand dismissively before he offered a bow of his head and started walking towards the sun garden while Mako slithered back into his home, a smile plastered on his face, while the rest of the group all turned in to face each other. It was Father Rose that spoke up first. Well, a day of many oddities, to say the least. Now, I believe some of us have yet to meet our potential new watchman. This old man wore the graying hairs upon his head and neatly trimmed mustache with incredible grace. His bold green eyes looked to be filled with an intensity ill-matched to his advanced age. He also wore a black robe with gold finery as befitting his station. Still cradling the book Ken had seen earlier in his left hand and arm extended out the right towards the man. John Dryden, head priest and tender of this shrine. I go by Father Rose on the spirit net. Kenneth Ashwood. I haven't decided on any code name or anything. He took the older man's offered hand in his and gave a firm shake before Schrade stepped forward. Jack Carver, better known as Schrade. He had the youthful good looks of a young man, strong features across his face with gray eyes and jet black hair. Said hair matched the shirt he wore beneath the gray overcoat, contrasting to the black belt with sword scabbard and bandolier filled with various knives. Pleasure to meet you, sir. Heard a lot about you already. This time a woman came forward, an LED lantern on either hip lit even in the daylight, which drew away from her long blue coat, buttoned against the cold of northern Rosentia. Her hair was a sandy brown, nearly blonde, while her eyes were the purple hue most commonly from the kingdom of Sahir. I'm Dodger. Dr. Sarah Hayden, otherwise. Her voice was straightforward, and he gave a curt nod to her. Nice to meet you, Doc. Likewise, Kenneth. Also, come see me sometime and we can take care of that leg. Kenneth was about to speak up when the woman he saw earlier, still carrying the sledgehammer now slumped against her shoulder, stepped forward. She wore the same style of robes as Father Rose, but hers were of plainer make, showing her lower status amongst the tenders. She had a dark brown hair and yet light brown eyes that contrasted her pale skin tone. Name's Melissa Smith. Blacksmith with a Y on the SN. No, I don't actually forge, I do assist Dowerman in the armory from time to time. Kenneth nodded his head, but once again, before he could utter a word, another stepped forward, and this time it was Rock Bottom. The woman was a stunning example of a model one might find plastered on every cover to tempt curious buyers. To say her coat and pants accented her overly ample body would have been an understatement, as they hugged against her firmly. She also had black hair and blue eyes, differentiating her from her brother further beyond the obvious. Valerie Victoria, otherwise known as Rock Bottom. He knows. Theo butted in and frowned as he tapped his foot on the ground. What? How does he know? I'm only meeting him for the first time now. Your door was open while you were napping. He got a good look at you. Kenneth tried to stifle a laugh, but couldn't help but at least spit a soft puff from between his lips. This brought her eyes towards Ken, alongside Theo, causing both siblings to stare at him. I'm not sure how that is possible, since I sleep facing away from the door. You were sprawled out like a throw rug. This made the woman gasp when she smacked the side of Theo's shoulder. Oh, you are the worst sometimes. Ken then coughed and offered a hand out to try and interrupt the clear rivalry about to brew. I didn't know your name beyond the code before. It's a pleasure to meet you, Valerie. See, this is how you're supposed to talk to women. Snake Charmer rolled his eyes and then covered his face, while Valerie made a show of shaking Ken's hand and offering a smile. I suppose that's everyone then, Father Rose said, but Ken raised his hand as if he were in school, which caused the old man to chuckle. Yes, Ken. Question? Yeah. I've met everyone in this grouping, but, what about all them? He then turned everyone's attention to the other shrine tenders, who were busy cleaning the shrine or tending to the memorial stones. Ah, they are just normal shrine tenders. They cannot see the neighbors the way we can. Oh, but it's okay to talk about them around them? John nodded his head in turn, that same warm smile on his face from before. Indeed. They may not be able to see them, but each has been blessed by the neighbors in one way or another. Charlie over there can even channel some of Mahako's power through ritual chanting. While he can't do the same capabilities as us, he can ward off those neighbors who have become befouled and temperamental. This was the first time he had ever heard that someone completely normal could do so. Wait, so he formed a contract with Mahako? No. Only those of us that have awakened in this manner can form contracts with them. Mahako favors the man, for he is a dutiful priest, and offers many gifts to the shrine as well as fine service. So long as he is not too overly taxing with it, Mahako will lend him power when needed. But Mahako doesn't have to. It wasn't that he wanted to be annoying, he just wanted to get the workings of everything down. After all, this was to be his new normal going forward. Correct. With a contract, the neighbors must adhere to the terms of said contract. But the spirits are capricious by their very nature, and so can offer aid to those they have no contract with at their whim. And that's what we're up to. So, basically, this is explaining how people that, like, aren't on Vaki, how hunters and things like that work. People that have just earned the favor of the spirits, they might not know how it functions or how it works. Some of them, like wandering priests or things like that, can use some spiritual powers, but it's nowhere near on the same level because it's not a contract. It's not an enforced thing. They just have to hope that it will work. Ugh. Yeah. Yeah, that is... We are up to 59 pages now in Piercing the Veil. Woofda. Yeah, that is all. That's now all 11 of the Anvaki have been introduced. And so I'll just go down a list of them. Whoop. Because I had to make sure I wrote all the Anvaki down. So Theodore Victari is Snake Charmer, and his fear is blades. Valerie Victari is Rock Bottom, and her fear is heights. John Dryden is Father Rose, and his fear is poisoned food. That's why, he can't have anybody else make it but himself. Dale Elkin, aka Dowerman, is drowning. Mitchell Van Zinzi is bolts, and his is cars falling apart. Remember, because his whole thing was his car, he tried to push on the brakes, and the entire, bottom side fell out, and the brakes broke. So, again, it's all tangentially related. While it seems absurdist, all of their fears are tangentially related into the event that nearly killed them. Jasmine Alari is named Will-O-Wisp, and her fear is masks. Jack Carver, aka Shrade, and his fear is clowns. And remember, we discussed why it's clowns. He got to experience basically the mix-up between BTK and the guy that actually dressed as clowns and was kidnapping people, kidnapping little boys. So that was his experience. Sarah Hayden, aka Dodger, and her fear is darkness. Gacy, thank you. Yes, Gacy. But her fear is darkness, hence why she has the two little LED lanterns on her hip. She shadows just in general really fuck with her real bad. Bill Sandin, aka Billy Boy, and his fear is fire, which is same thing as Kenneth, obviously. Everett Garter, who's named Brickhouse, and his fear is starvation. Melissa Smith, who is Blacksmith, again with a Y, and her fear is kidnappers. She got abducted. She got abducted and was almost, let's just say, wasn't a pleasant experience. And then Kenneth Ashwood, I haven't decided fully on his name. I kind of want to do Ash Ward, but I don't know, because I feel like people might think that it's a typo. But yeah, I'm thinking on it. I want to come up with a decent name for Kenneth, for his code name. But once again, as Boltz had said, the evidence does not sit in Theo's favor that people's code name matches their kind of personality or traits or things like that. And he's like, that's not been proven out by everything you've said. Ooh, maybe Ashen. Or Ashes? Maybe Charred. Thinking of it, yeah. Yeah, he was the one that got burnt. He's not as bad as Bill Sandin. Billy Boy, his family tried to cook him alive. His family went a bit nutso, and they literally pushed him onto the grill. They were having a family cookout. They pushed him onto the grill and everything, and nearly fucking when we're talking about a grill, I'm talking about a big Boss Hog barbecue griller, right? I'm not talking about your little circular UFO grill. No. I'm talking about a big grill, and they tried to stuff him inside of it. So yeah, no, that's not. Yeah, that would be more like Bill Sandin, but no, his nickname on the Spirit Net is Billy Boy. Oh, woofta. All right, Billy Boy. Oh, Billy Boy. I'll be thinking about Kenneth's code name for a bit. Another thing too is that I this piercing the veil won't be like what a lot of people might think it will be, where they're immediately all going to go after Scratch. No, what it's going to be is going to be little like mini adventures. You know, because they'll be like, oh, okay, we heard that this had happened here, and Kenneth, they're not going to throw Kenneth in the deep end, right? They're basically going to have Shrade and Father Rose, and the more of the established, like more of the skilled practitioners are going to go along with him and be like, okay, well, there's rumors that there's a monster down south, so we're going to take a drive an hour south and go investigate things like that. Oh yeah, absolutely. Like, and that's the reason why they're like, okay, we're this world is fucking dangerous. Um, Again, a lot of these don't seem that dangerous, but it's because the characters we're following are, at least they're intelligent people, right? They don't do the stupid like tropes of like, no, he offended me, so I'm gonna go race into the den of the monsters, and yeah, no, they're at least they're taking their time, they're being careful with it. They're like, hey, we have powers and abilities, but like all of us, we would not want to try to fight that fucking werewolf that was here by himself. Like we might win, but why would you risk that? Like how many would we lose in the process? But it's just stuff like that, right? They're not nobody here is like incredibly stupid or anything, right? Nobody here is the level of like, how are you still alive? Because I always get frustrated with characters like that in any sort of media. The how are you still functioning? Like you are so dumb. I don't know how you survived in this business or anything like that. Now, if a dumb character has a handler, like somebody who tard wrangles, like that's more understandable, right? Like that's the whole thing. Like I'm fine with that where it's kind of explained that they're being babysitted sort of. You know what I mean? The dumb character is being like kind of shepherded by characters that are genuinely smart. They survive in this business through plot armor and diarrhea tier writing skill. Oh, ain't that the fucking truth? Oh. Dumb luck can only get you so far because it's still dumb. Absolutely. And so, like I said, I find it's more interesting to write about characters that aren't dumb, that try to make the best decisions. They can be wrong, by the way. They can make mistakes, but they try to make the best decisions in the moment. Like even Harkus. Remember, Harkus was just being a stubborn asshole because of the Wisdom in Stone. But he was trying to make decisions that were in his best interests, or as he saw it in his best interests, right? Like, he didn't expect that Connor was gonna kick down the doors of his bar and shoot him in the back with a fucking hunting rifle. Like, why would he? He was going to the bar to go get the key and then open up the safe so he could go get his body armor and especially the silver stake he thought could work. Like, he's making rational decisions, but he's making mistakes because he doesn't know the full truth. Yeah, a good writer kills off the dumb luck character rather early on unless they wise up. Hmm? The Goku problem. Yeah, 100%. 100%. Like, you can't... It gets into that whole thing of, like, you are so dumb that I don't understand how you function. Because you'll do incredibly stupid things all the time, but you're just not punished for them because the universe bends around you. It's the Judy Hopps problem, right? Like, if we want to talk about stuff we talked about in depth recently, it's Zootopia problem, where Judy Hopps is an incredibly stupid and selfish character, but the universe bends over backwards and breaks reality itself to make sure she's right. And it's incredibly frustrating. And when she is finally wrong, she doesn't really suffer consequences for it, which is just ugh. Yeah. Okay. Meanwhile, I have been watching a surprising anime, and it's done the first thing. It's the first anime that's ever done something that I didn't expect. But there is a surprising anime I have been watching now, and it was because of our lovely, raging Scottish bastard, aka Count Dankula, who recommended it, right? And it is called Akiba Maid War. And it is literally like, what if maid cafes functioned like the mafia? Not directly Yakuza, but like if they function like an organized crime racket. And the juxtaposition is so batshit insane. Like, oh my god. It's just such a because again, they're doing the moi kyu sort of stuff, right? All over the place. Like they're doing that, and then like immediately it will cut to one of the maids like sticking a gun to someone's head and blowing their brains out and things like that. It's so it's so holy shit. Oh. No, I can understand them being fronts, but no, this isn't that they're fronts for mobs. No. This isn't that they're fronts for criminals or anything like that. That are just preying on people like with the gimmick and stuff. No. They literally are the mob. Like, they are actually the mob. It's woo. It is wild. And it's funny because the one girl, like the main character, she comes into this life, she comes into this life as expecting the cutesy maid cafe experience. She wants to be a maid at a maid cafe because she thinks they're cute. She likes their uniform. She thinks it has a bit of class and elegance to it. She wants to be the moi kyun girl. And her first day on the job, she gets sent to a rival's territory. Oh, not just fighting over territory. Oh boy, there's lots of murder. She gets sent to a rival's turf, one of the more veteran ones, who literally just got out of prison for taking the rap for a couple murders that she did. She shows up, and she's like, I'll escort her. And what they realize is that what was actually supposed to happen was that when they went to Wub Wub Moonbeam, they were supposed to get clipped. The new cutesy girl was supposed to get basically thrown into the meat grinder to appease the rival organization. But what had happened instead was that the other girl who brought a little doggy bag with her, she sticks her hand in the doggy bag, raises the bag, and blows the maid's brains just right out. Just BAM! And it is so gratuitously over the top with it to like emphasize the fact that this girl is now traumatized for eternity. I need you guys to see this moment. When she's just getting fucking like smoked. She's getting yelled at and screamed at and everything like that. Hang on. We'll play it a little bit. I think I got it right when it happens. Boom! Boom! And you just look at that. Just look at that. Oh my god. Oh, this poor, like I said, they overdo this to emphasize that she is traumatized for life. And again, the head just, she thinks it's over, and then the head squirts on her some more. And she's like, no, is it over now? It's hard to get guns in Japan. The criminals do it anyways. Again, Japan is kind of the, like, Japan is kind of the whole thing of like, you can ban firearms. Criminals will do it anyways. Criminals don't follow the laws, for God's sakes. Oh. Oh my god. And then they're like, okay, it's time to fucking leave. Oh, I never took my paper bib off. I love the fact that she's having an actual, like, realistic response to the fact that her brain is, like, processing the fact that she just saw somebody get murdered right in front of her eyes, right? Like, she just watched somebody get her noggin ventilated in front of her eyes, and she's processing it in a very natural way, where her brain goes to, oh, I never took my paper bib off. Oh, I should probably have done that. It's all stained now. But I guess that's what paper bibs are for. Again, her brain is going in 50 different directions, and it's latched on to the inconsequential nonsense thing, right? And then we go into where the maid cafe she's working at is doing a song and dance number, and it's literally in time and in the beat with the fucking raging gun battle that takes place in the streets. Oh, it's so good. Oh. Oh my god. It's so good. It's so good. Anyways, what I wanted to talk about with this anime too is it did something I never expected an anime to do. They censored their opening. And what I mean by that is you might think like, oh, did it get a little too risque? No. They censored their opening by literally blocking out some of the characters in the opening because they didn't want people to figure out like plot points too early. It is an anime opening that's like, you don't need to see who this character is because we don't want you to like know that, oh, I've seen them in the opening. I know how this is going to turn out. Because a lot of characters you meet and you think they're going to have a story and then they die. And usually very painfully. Like, there's an entire plot point where the Oink Oink, the Oink Oink den, or the cafe for their piggy cafe, wants to bring in more people. Like, they want to bring in more customers, so they plan a birthday party. And they go to one of their sister cafes that's underneath the umbrella of the Creatures. The Creatures is the name of the group that runs all of these maid cafes that are on one side. The maiden alien is the other, like, group. So you can imagine these as like Yakuza families or like mafia families. And then these maid cafes are kind of like their underling subordinates. The leaders, the managers at each maid cafe are kind of like your capo regime. Yeah, it is wild. And it's funny, the news just constantly, like, bringing up everything that's happened. It's so fucking, like, it's so crazy. Hang on. It's like, let me help send you off. I'm gonna send you off now. While she's begging for her life, just. Bam! Yeah, they go to a friendly maid cafe who's from it's another capo regime within their family, right? They go there and they're like, "Hey, can you help us?" And they realize, "Oh, you're having a birthday today too." Well, shit, I'm sorry. Well then that friendly maid cafe attacks them and kidnaps them, and they tie him to a chair with ankle weights and stuff like that on them, and they start filling up a vat that they're sitting in with tomato juice so they can drown. And the only reason they did it was because you share a birthday with me. That's not acceptable. Only I'm allowed to have a birthday today. And it's like, oh, okay. So now we're going to drown in tomato juice. All right. Thank you. Appreciate it. I very much appreciate the fact that we're on the same side here. It is just so, like, interesting. It's genuinely so. That's like 24 girls deleted a week along with normal salaryman deletion and TKO at their desk. Yeah. Oh my god. I mean, look at the... Hang on. Let me get an image of the actual body count so you can see this. When it, like, looks over her and you see how many people that she's killed. Look at this. Look at this. Oh my god. Oh my god. Whew. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. And then we have the one back. So it's 20. She killed 20 people. Because you have the one that's back at the actual thing. So yeah. Yeah, I'm counting the off-screen ones. So, like, here's a pair of legs. Here's a leg here from somebody that's off-screen. Here's an arm from one person. Here's a leg from another person. Like, whoo. With friends like these, who needs enemies? Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Oh, my God. Man, I just love how fucking traumatized the main character is. Like, she's like, I'm scarred for life. Thank you. I'm scarred. I'm scarred for life. I'm. Oh my god. Oh. But it is genuinely a fun. It's just a fun like ride, you know. It's funny to say that about it, but it is just yeah. It's an interesting premise, and they don't um they don't ever drop they don't ever be like, oh ho ho, isn't this just a joke? There are jokes all within it, but they treat it seriously, right? They treat it entirely seriously. Oh my god. Speaking of though, surprising no one, Iranian state TV is now calling on Iranian children to surge to power plants so they can be human shields against President Trump. Students, youth, and almost everyone is invited to shield key infrastructure tomorrow. Disgusting animals. Yep. Fucking course. Of course. I hope we surprise the shit out of them and use the graphite bombs. I hope we surprise the shit out of them and we use the graphite bombs on the power stations. There we go. I'm posting that because, again, just to just to show you, nah, fuck them. They deserve what's coming. They've always deserved what's coming, but now, no, especially they deserve what's coming. Good grief. Such which character in Fallout did nothing wrong, and why is it Mr. House? Because it's the most obvious. He was the most magnanimous of all of them, right? Oh, yeah, 100%. But again, they don't care. Dude, Alex Jones and Barnes now are like going full on like we need to have a coup against Trump and stuff like that. They're so it's just so pathetic on like every level. Yeah, if we use the graphite bombs, that will actually knock out all of the power stations without like hurting anybody. That would be. Do you know how feckless that would make everyone? Oh, Do you know how, like, completely toothless that would be? They're like, no, well, we'll hit the power stations anyways. We're just going to knock out the power. Hang on. I wonder if there's anything that shows what graphite bombs can do. Hold on. Because essentially what graphite bombs do is they short the entire, like, electrical system and just blow it. So it's not actual, like, explosive ordnance. It's just a fuck ton of, like, graphite in the air. This is an animation that kind of shows how it works. Yeah, here, let's do this animation. Then we'll get to Vampyr. We'll get to Vampyr.
Graphite bomb, a non-explosive munition used against power lines.
Yep.
During war, it's sometimes necessary to disable the electrical power grid in a region without completely destroying the electrical infrastructure.
Mm-hmm.
Disabling the power grid can prevent factories and businesses from being productive, certain communication networks to be unreliable, and more anxiety among the people in the targeted region.
It is, but who says you have to target the power plant itself? Like, this is the point of it. We just need to target key parts of the lines.
All of this is achieved with almost no physical damage done to the region because the graphite bomb does not contain any destructive explosive.
Mm-hmm.
Here's how it works. The goal of the graphite bomb is to short-circuit high-voltage transmission lines, which will cause transformers and switching stations to fail. In some cases, they can cause fire when electrical equipment overheats.
Yep.
It starts with an aircraft dropping the graphite bomb over the targeted area. The bomb are carried inside of a munition dispenser, which is then dropped by the aircraft. As the munition dispenser falls, its fins will cause it to start rotating. After a little while, the munition dispenser opens, and due to its spin, flings the graphite bombs in a circular pattern, causing them to spread out over a wide area. As each bomb falls, small fins are deployed. This does three things. First, it dramatically reduces the bomb's horizontal speed. This prevents the bomb from drifting out of the targeted area. Second, it reduces the vertical speed of the bomb and makes sure that when the detonation opens up the bottom of the bomb canister, its content is pulled out by gravity alone. Third, which is the most important part, it causes the bomb to properly align with the bottom pointing towards the ground. At a preset altitude, a small explosive causes the bottom of the bomb canister to open. Inside the canister are lots of small chemically treated graphite spools that make them more electrically conductive. They have a metallic coating. As these small spools start to fall towards the ground, they unwind the graphite into long filaments. Many of these filaments then get tangled into a web as they slowly fall onto the power line. Once they hit the power line, they will cause a short circuit through two methods. One is direct contact. The filament...
Wow, it's even more. We could target the... I thought we could only target the power lines. No, we could target the facility itself. Who gives a shit if there's civilians there now? No, we could genuinely just target it itself because you can't breathe in the filament lines.
makes contact with two or more conductors or a conductor and the ground. This causes a high short circuit current to flow that damages the connected transformers or switches. Almost all of the high current that causes the damage doesn't flow through the filament, but instead flows through an electric arc in the air. The filament itself is vaporized in the process. At the very least, a cutout or a recloser will be tripped. These are like circuit breakers designed to protect the power grid. The second method is destruction of insulation. This method decreases the shortcomings of the direct contact method. The process that causes the short circuit in the direct contact method also destroys the mechanism for creating future short circuits because the filament is vaporized. So when a recloser attempts to automatically restore power after being triggered, it will be successful. The second method is really a continuation of the direct contact method. In this method, the focus is on destroying the insulation property of the air surrounding the high voltage line or power station. When the filament makes contact with two or more conductors or the conductor and the ground, an inductive current will be induced in the metal coating. This is due to the strong magnetic field which surrounds high voltage AC lines. This changing magnetic field then induces a current in the metal coating, causing it to heat up, start evaporating, and create a metallic gas which is then condensed to a cloud of metal particles. The rate of production of this cloud is increased and sustained by the underlying heating of the graphite by the current flow caused by the high voltage line.
Interesting.
As this cloud expands, it reduces the insulation distance between the adjacent high voltage line or ground, increasing the chance of an electric arc forming and creating a short circuit even after the filament has been vaporized. Until these filaments are removed, the chance of a short circuit happening will always be there whenever the power is restored. This effectively negates the usefulness of a recloser because turning the power back on while the metallic particles are still floating between the high voltage lines will cause them to trip again.
Nice. And again, if you target the power plant itself, oh yeah. Oh yeah. And again, like I said, if you put it on the power plant itself too, like, good luck. uh Oh my god. It's just so many embarrassing posts everywhere. But yeah, no, I hope they do use it. I want to see it in action. I want to see it in function. Toby Illustrator, we hated that too. I mean, we'll see. We already know the bridges. We know the bridges are going to be targeted by conventional explosives. We know the bridges are going to be targeted by conventional explosives for sure. Okay. Oh, and I forgot dams. The dams are going to be are going to be targeted as well. Which again that'll really fuck with the Iranian water mafia, which I didn't know was a thing that existed, and got informed that yes, the Iranian water mafia is a thing that has existed for a long time, and they are infamously hated. I'm like, oh, okay, well. Okay, now. So I don't know if we should talk to Swansea. I don't know if we should talk to Swansea. Because I don't know what will actually progress. Like, I don't know if this game, I feel like it will. Because it just feels like the kind of game that would do that and be a dick about it. I don't know if this game has, like, you progress, now you're locked out of an area. You know what I mean? I don't know if that's going to happen. And just straight up get 3 more stun points? Oh my god, yeah, why would you do that? Decrease stamina, that's really great. I have 3 stun points, so you would have 36 at that point. And then that would be 44 altogether? Holy shit. Yeah, no. Do want to use this because the stun game is really nice. Actually, should I maybe upgrade something here? This doesn't have stun on it, it's just pure damage. Maybe I should wait on that. We can almost upgrade this. Yeah. Well, I mean, we have plenty of ammo. Look, I even have a pretty decent supply backed up. I don't know. Maybe if you could switch between it easily, I would have it on like the off. I don't think we can. All right, we have a lot of stuff to like now investigate. And I need to decide, like, I feel like I want to talk to Swansea about Tipper and the nurse here, but I don't know.
Perhaps
Like,
I should have considered the offer from that cab.
good evening.
Good evening.
I don't know if that's possible. There we go.
Tell me why you're extorting money from some of the patients here.
If a patient wants a bed, he'll have to pay me a little fee. That's all.
Where did you get the idea for such an immoral scam?
Funny you should ask. The first time it was from a patient who bribed me to get a bed. It's only then I realized I could make a fortune.
Admit it. Nurse Hawkins is more than your lover. She's also your partner in crime.
Of course she is. How else could I tell which bed is free? I need to know that.
Have you no shame?
Don't you see this city is crumbling down? Today people are ready to pay to get a hospital bed. Tomorrow we may be fighting for food.
Wow, yeah. So he is just a pure scumbag piece of shit. Oh my god.
Goodbye, Milton.
So is Nurse Hawkins. Oh my god. Pure scum.
Consider the offer from that cab.
Where is that nurse?
Good evening, Nurse Hawkins.
Good evening, Dr. Reed.
Pepper, are you sure you want to leave this hospital?
To become a nurse was a little girl's dream. But in the end, I don't feel that useful. I want more. I want to make things change.
This is unacceptable. Unacceptable? What?
But you're doing something important here. For all the patients who need your help.
It's funny to
save
say
lives,
this, and then
sure.
we're gonna accuse her of
Each
like
time we
being
send a
an extorted
cured
piece of shit.
patient home, it's a relief beyond words. But since the epidemic, I feel so powerless.
Milton cheats patients out of their money at this hospital, Pippa. Are you his accomplice?
Yes, I am.
Is this your definition of being useful? By abusing the sick and poor?
No. It is my definition of getting out of this useless life once and for all.
How fucking petty. How fucking petty and arrogant. Holy
Why
shit.
do you do it?
Why not? Most of the sick who paid for a bed are already dead, or will be soon. Don't you see the futility of all this?
Holy shit.
You put a price on hope. This goes against everything you swore to uphold as a nurse.
Report me then, Dr. Reed. Report the little nurse and keep on lying about the surgical errors, the wrong dosages and diagnostics that we all covered for the sake of our colleagues.
Whose idea was it?
What difference does it make? We did it together, and I'm guilty as charged.
Answer my question.
It was my idea first, even though Milton would say it was his, to protect me.
God.
What steps are you prepared to take to feel more useful?
I don't know yet. My sister believes that the real fight is in the streets nowadays.
Yeah, it doesn't even matter
Maybe she's right.
at the end. It's just so
Maybe
like,
this is
but
what
everybody
I
else
must
is
do.
doing it. It's like, wow, you are shit.
And what about Milton Hooks? Does he share your point of view?
For Milton, any change means more comfort and more peace. I disagree.
If you feel that saving lives is not useful enough, perhaps it means that you've lost faith.
On the contrary, my faith has never been stronger. Maybe we are all just too proud to face up to the fact that science cannot compete with God.
Again, they're both just
Goodbye, Nurse.
total pieces of shit, aren't they? God, they are just the worst. They are actually genuinely just scum. Oh my God.
Always knew the words to calm the children, Ellen. As for me, I'm an idiot.
Ow! Fuck! That sneeze hurt. Okay. Who else do we need to confront? If they pay for the bed and turn over from the dead means more free beds, more money, so why save anyone? Just make them pay and let them expire. Exactly. That's what they're doing. That's literally what they're doing. No, but that's the problem, is like, again, we said we wouldn't be judge, jury, and executioner. We'll report their ass, to say the fucking least. But holy shit. Yeah, these two are scumbags. I don't know how that's not an investigation, though. You know what I mean? Like, are these our only options? Marines, is this our only options? Do we have one or the other, or can I, like, report him directly to Swansea? Because I don't want to cover for him at all. Like, he's a naive idealist, and it's running him into the ground. It's one or the other? Okay, well, then, because it's one or the other, let me... You're 100% positive? It's one or the other? I'm gonna look up this quest. Like, I'm gonna look up this quest. We are gonna do it, because we need to. But I'm gonna look it up, and I'm gonna see if it is just one or the other. Oh, there is only two. There is only one choice, and it's only of the two. Okay, I just wanted to make sure. But yeah. Yeah. So there is no. You can't like go to Swansea and be like, "Hey, no, fuck you," sort of thing, right? No. You have to pick one or the other. You don't get to. There's no third option to tell Swansea or anything, so, you know, fine. Fine. That's disappointing, but, you know, this game has already had a lot of fucking plot holes in it. So I'm gonna go confront Tippets, and I'm gonna tell him that your ass is resigning. Like, you are actually a danger for what you do.
Good evening, Dr. Tippets.
Dr. Reed, any good news to share?
I will cover for you, Dr. Tippets, by keeping what happened to Mr. Connor to myself.
I don't know what to say, actually. I can't exactly force you to become my accomplice.
You didn't force me. This is my decision to make. I believe you're still of use to the hospital, considering the situation.
Then I can make you this promise. As soon as the epidemic is eradicated, I will resign.
Good. That's what we want. We want him to resign.
What will you do after your resignation? Do you have a plan?
I always fancied visiting Cyprus. Such a beautiful island. I could buy a house there by the sea, read poetry, and wait for death.
A lot more
Goodbye,
hints
Doctor.
to inquire there, but yeah. Alright, so now I need to do you. Of course he's this way, eh? What? Okay. I minding my own business. Ow. I like how it just ignored my input entirely. Thank you, fucker. Ow! Oh my god. Meanwhile, I hear fucking monsters underneath. Nah, don't go fight the actual monsters though. No.
I cannot enter.
Make sure you go fight the doctor who hasn't done anything wrong. Oh yeah, the writing in this game is dire, to say the least. And a lot of the scripting and stuff as well is pretty bad. Shillings. Oh joy. Alright, well. You like how he teleports to me? Ah! What the fuck? What the fuck? I got sucked into the cart. Fuck off. Ah! Yeah, I hate that your attack homes. Oh, he missed me that time. Oh, fuck it. Gotcha. Fuck you. Yeah, but his attacks too, like the bullshit claw swipe that he does. Ah, what the fuck? Ooh. Ow. Ugh. Yeah, it's definitely made for controller. Okay. Medical opium, sodium hydrate, potassium. Okay.
Opium is one of the main ingredients of Strickland's medication. Never a good move.
Okay, so now we know don't do the opium, right? Ow. You're gonna be a pain in my ass, aren't you? Just gonna let me walk by? Nope. Ah. What the fuck? Fuck off. Shit. I'm thirsty and you look tasty. God, I just hate how floaty the combat is. Because they glide to you. You know? It's just the worst. It's the worst. Don't make them glide across like the ground, especially normal humans. Things that like spark interactions and stuff around. Oh, is this still locked? Yeah, it's locked.
It's locked.
I don't know why it's locked, but it's locked. Oh. I saw you. Okay. So now. Come here.
Good evening, Dr. Strickland.
And good evening to you, Dr. Reed. Can I be of any help?
Make sure. Okay.
I located the shop, but it was vandalized, and the owner is missing. All I found was your order.
I was afraid of such bad news. People are so desperate they're ready to burgle a shop for drugs.
That's quite a list you ordered. Opium, sodium hypochlorite. It can't be just headaches you're trying to cure.
This dreadful influenza, of course. I already ran some tests on hopeless cases. Without success, I must admit.
Do you realize you could create a lethal poison without the correct dosage? Then there are the legal ramifications.
Is this not true of any medical substance, Dr. Reed? However, if you would agree to improve it, I'd be glad to accept your help.
As long as you promise to be scrupulous with your experiments, I may try to gather these substances, and even help improve upon the mixture.
That's all I'm asking for, Dr. Reed. That's all I'm asking.
Okay.
I want to know about these secret tests you run, and if they can save people from this epidemic. Speak to me now, Thoreau.
I know I may sound presumptuous, but I'm just following your steps, Dr. Reed. I'm casting away the shadows of ignorance by daring to face them.
Self-confidence is essential in our line of work, my young colleague, but only if tempered with the correct amount of cynicism.
But you never doubt yourself, Dr. Reed. I've read all your articles and books. You performed the most daring research during the war.
What are these choices? What? And I also don't know what he's gonna say, right? Like, what exactly is gonna come out of Dr. Reed's mouth? You know? Because I would have liked him to push back, have been like it's one, desperation of war, and two, like, I wasn't just, fumbling blindly. How do you know, like, what is your criteria for all this stuff? Where are your notes? What are you doing? Like, how are you experimenting with this? Did you just decide on a whim that, like, half a dosage of this would be good? Have you tried, like, small increments or anything? Like, what are we doing here, right? Honestly, I think I'm just gonna fucking accost him.
You can't be serious. You have to stop this before you lose yourself. Lives are at stake here, remember?
I'm a competent doctor, and my value has been proven already. Frankly, I'm disappointed to hear you, above all, speaking so ill of me.
What the fuck do you expect? You're doing secret experiments with
Goodbye,
opium
Dr.
and shit.
Strickland.
I can't let Strickland put his patients at risk with opium. Perhaps an adjusted formula will deliver more of a placebo effect.
I wish I could be sick again. Feel my blood boil with the fever.
Okay. What did you want me to do? Hold on a second. Gather the ingredients. Sodium hydrochlorate. Potassium. Bring 6 units. Hang on. Do I need to, like... No, it just says bring 1 unit. It doesn't say, like, I have to
The
find one.
flower's dying. It needs water.
Oh, maybe this is what it means. Maybe over here.
Strickland's project could be dangerous. I have a mind to report him to Dr. Ackroyd.
Is this just another binary choice? It's just another pure binary choice?
It's locked.
Like, can you give me more information? Like, at least we've properly marked it as a placebo. But... I'm just curious why, like... I wish we could confront him about his stuff, right? I wish we could confront him about, like, what is your... How are you doing this? Let me see your notes. Let me see your notation about what you've done. I need to see what you've done. I need to know that you're an actual careful practitioner. You're not somebody that's just blindly throwing shit at the wall and see what sticks. Because these are, as you put in air quotes, no-hope cases. Right? It's like, that's not good enough. I need to know what you're actually doing and why you're making the decisions that you're making. What is your documentation on everything you've done? Oh. I am going to go to the bathroom. And then, you know what? It's past noon, so I will make myself some lunch. Yeah. I will be right back, chat. I'll be right back. But that's what I would, like... I think I'm gonna go to Akron and tell him, like, you know, this is a bit scuffed. But yeah, I'll be right back. I'm back.
Like a bull. Never could keep anything from her.
I'm quite busy right now, Dr. Reed.
Do you think Dr. Strickland has any chance of curing the Spanish flu by himself?
His wish to cure the sick is not driven by pride, but by an idealistic view about our mission here. Honestly, I don't know which is worse.
You consider him a good practitioner, yet you will not report his methods.
Strickland may be a rival, but I will not use dirty tricks or regulations to prove him wrong. We are doctors, not politicians.
Not upstanding of you. Well, hang on.
Thank you.
I need to go talk to Strickland now, because I think we unlocked a thing for Strickland.
Good evening, Dr. Strickland.
And good evening to you, Dr. Reed. Can I be of any help?
I'm suddenly very tall because of the thing.
Did you know Dr. Ackroyd never reported your experimental research, despite the fact he doesn't agree with it?
Really? I didn't suspect he knew about my work. I must confess I am surprised.
Perhaps he thinks you should realize for yourself the danger of what you're doing.
See how condescending he can be? My God, he can be so irritating.
That's what you got from that?
Goodbye, Dr.
Ugh.
I will not let you down, my boy.
Who?
Oh, sweet girl.
I'm so tired.
Reads me like
Who
a
do we
shift
want
never end.
to work with? Who do we want to work with? Who do we want to work with? Who do we want to work with? I can't trust Strickland's methods because we don't know, and you know, so I'm gonna go with him.
I'm quite busy right now.
I know that you're a busy man, but I could use your help and advice.
The great Dr. Reed honors me with a request. What is it exactly?
Dr. Strickland devised an experimental drug for the Spanish flu that he asked me to manufacture.
You know what I think of fringe medical experimentation.
That's exactly why I want you to keep the result, Doctor. I made sure it won't harm anyone, but I'd like you to take care of it.
I see. Put it in my cabinet. I'll give you the key. I'll make sure no one uses this medication by mistake.
I'll do that. Thank you for your help, Dr. Ackroyd.
Thank you for your trust on the matter, Dr. Reed.
Thank you for your time.
Okay. Again, if we had more information, I'd be more willing to trust Strickland. But we just don't have any information, you know? We don't have, like, how his actual experiments work, what he was actually doing, what he was up to. You know, how he chose the patients he chose. Like, what did you mean by lost cause?
It's locked, all right. It's locked. It's locked, all right.
Now that Dr. Ackroyd has been warned, he should make good use of this formula.
Tasty. Tasty pizza. Okay, what else is there left to do? Alright, let's track the Kniffy. We're gonna track the Knoblin. Oh.
It's locked, all right.
Large and beautiful knife with a name engraved on the blade.
This must be Clay Cox's knife. A fine blade. No wonder he wants it back.
Yeah, and I very much am not a fan of the Life is Strange games, to say the least. I think they're some of the worst written garbage you can imagine. Absolute hogwash.
I cannot enter.
Oh, I was hoping it'd be locked from the other side. And of course, the psychopaths that were like, I would definitely choose for some hot scissoring over saving anybody in that worthless town. I don't care how many people die, as long as I get what I want. I'm like, oh my god. Clay, where are you? There you are.
When I get back, I'll have a word with you. Hey, Doc.
What? What do you mean? This is normal when I am live. We still have a half hour before I normally stop.
I have found the gift from your wife.
In that case, you'll be properly rewarded, Doc. Clay Cox is a man of his word.
I hope that won't make me an accomplice to your future crimes.
Who knows what I might do now I feel invincible again.
I'll leave you for now, Mr. Cox.
Jesus, I've never seen so many people die at the same time.
Okay, well there's all of our investigations thus far.
Perhaps I should have considered the offer from that Catholic.
How many shillings do I have on me? 233. Maybe I should buy his gun? Maybe I should save it. Yeah, apparently they I was gonna say they apparently didn't use it because they give you a warning. It's like, don't take anything you see here like at as any sort of factual thing on drug usage and stuff. Okay. Right. It's like, oh, okay. 15:8. 3. Right. Yeah, we can do that. Okay. Just having a couple on hand, I think, is a good idea.
Please, Jonathan, come in. Fascinating, is it not? In the last decade, so many mysteries have been brought to light with our microscopes. The human body, biology's penultimate frontier. The more we explore its boundaries, the less we're able to trace a clear line between life and death. You, my friend, have a foot in both countries. The view must be vertiginous.
It's at least as vertiginous as chatting about vampires with you, I would say.
This must be all so new to you. This area of town, the hospital, a brand new life. How stimulating it must be.
I wish I could share your enthusiasm, Dr. Swansea, but my condition defies scientific categorization. Undead, unalive? Immortality defies logic.
I cannot express my thrill at this serendipitous turn of events. The world's most eminent specialist in blood transfusions, a vampire. One might say a gift from heaven.
How would Dr. Reed treat this? I feel more like he'd be scientific minded, so I think I'm a living paradox fits more.
There is an absurd poetry to my situation. Physician, heal thyself.
Forgive me. I've been an admirer of your work for a long time, and now you are so much more than a brilliant physician. And please, call me Edgar.
Again, you're overeager. I don't think there's a reason to apologize.
There is no need to apologize, Edgar. You offered me sanctuary when I had none.
Very well. I have a task for you, Jonathan. Something that will require all your newfound skills.
Please, go on.
The Pembroke only survives through the generosity of our benefactors. Unfortunately, our main donor has found herself in a bit of a bind. Now, if you could help her out...
A spokesman or politician is what you need. That's not my calling. And until I come to understand what has happened to me, I require discretion.
Discretion is in order, Jonathan. Lady Ashbury has recently received rather indelicate correspondence that, if revealed, would jeopardize her position.
And you would like me to eradicate this threat?
By the stole, of course not. I would just like you to pay her a visit. Her ladyship is certainly near the tents outside, tending the sick. You can't miss her. Look for someone impossibly delicate.
Accepted. I'll see what kind of trouble Lady Ashbury is in.
Also, is there anything in your office for me to... Whoop! Alright. What was it? Oh, more clues from these two. Well, I'm hoping it's not just a roundabout way to ask me to murk someone, you know?
I'm quite...
What do you think of Dr. Tippett's opinion of your promotion, Waverly?
Tippett is a good practitioner. Maybe just a little too attached to his prestigious position at the Pembroke Hospital.
Really? That's exactly his diagnosis of you. A little too eager to get promoted? A little bit too proud?
He has the right to think so. But I deserve this promotion. And I don't consider it anything but well earned.
Yeah, that's fair.
Thank you. Good evening, Doctor.
And good evening to you.
Tell me, Thoreau, what's the real cause of your dislike for Dr. Ackroyd?
He refuses to admit that your blood transfusion technique is the only way to save Mr. Fiddick. I'm convinced we must use it.
What Dr. Ackroyd really said is that you lack the skill to perform this operation efficiently. Is there anything you have to say about this?
It's a false conceit. Dr. Ackroyd secretly envies your reputation. His jealousy blinds him. I'm not the real target here.
Goodbye, Doc.
Well, we don't know if he's incompetent. We don't know. Nothing has given us the impression that he's incompetent, right?
The flu took my dear wife, Emily. I take comfort knowing we'll soon be together again.
Mr. Rainfield, that's no way to talk. You're in good hands here, and we'll be up again soon enough. Now do me a kindness and get some sleep. I'll be back round later.
Your words are kind, the blessings of an angel. You're the sweet, sweet Lady of Mercy.
Good evening, Dr. Reed. It's a pleasure to see you again.
That
You
I don't
seem
mind so much,
surprised.
Vampyr, because
Dr. Swansea has brought me up to speed concerning your recent appointment to
that
Pembroke
doesn't
Hospital.
concern me as much because when
You're a vamp-
things are pushed to a breaking limit,
The
that
lady
kind
who
of
saved
drama
me that
comes
night.
out, right?
Before vanishing into thin air. I remember you from the pub with Dr. Swansea.
Indeed. Allow me to introduce myself formally this time. My name is Lady Ashbury. I remember you well, in spite of the brevity of our encounter.
So it seems our Dr. Swansea does indeed have a fascination for creatures of our constitution.
Dr. Swansea is a remarkable man. Dedicated, one might say, obstinate? He spent years compiling our bestiary.
I hope you're more disposed to answer my questions now.
You must have countless questions, but our rather urgent matter first. Swansea has explained. My cover, if you prefer, has been compromised.
Okay.
Have any of the patients given you trouble?
These poor souls have so little left to live for. I do my best to ease their pain.
Yeah. I mean, where's the third option? Like, I don't know what to make of you yet. We'll take it on faith for now. For now.
The world would be a better place if it were cared for by women like you.
You make me blush. I am simply a necessary evil.
Pardon my boldness, your ladyship, but I have questions concerning this condition we share.
As a newborn, your hunger for answers is rivaled only by your thirst for blood. But the questions need wait.
I'm a scientist. My trade is in the deciphering of mysteries, and I need information to feed my mind.
I will gladly answer every question you have, but first, prove yourself capable of resolving my predicament without eating the culprit.
Okay. Yeah, no, I can agree
Dr.
with that.
Swansea has commissioned me to be your agent in this matter. You could start by explaining what's amiss.
These past insufferable weeks, I've been the victim of extortion. I've made a first payment, but the blackmailer grows greedy.
Never ever pay your
I
blackmailer.
must
Holy shit.
refuse his most recent demands.
Who would be so foolish as to threaten you? A kindred spirit.
Even if it were the case, and I highly doubt it, a vampire would have asked for something more valuable than money. My suspicions lean toward a patient or their family.
What are your expectations? Please be precise.
As the newly appointed surgeon of this hospital, you are in an excellent position to ask innocent questions and deftly learn the identity of my blackmailer.
If we're dealing with an ordinary criminal, surely you've the means to deal with it yourself, if I may.
As immortal tradition doth dictate, all fangs and hypnotic eyes ablaze, the blood would run like a river. That's what I hope to avoid. Violence has a tendency to spiral out of control.
That's true. And
Please
you're
continue.
very, very,
Every detail
very
is
controlled.
essential. I'm your man.
My embarrassment in this matter is eclipsed only by my shame at having put the hospital at risk. The threat from our anonymous scoundrel is clear. A list of dates. My visits coinciding with the dates of suspicious patient deaths due to massive blood loss.
Is it true?
Now aren't you the blunt one?
It's only it's a, like it is logical, but I do need information. Because again, if it's not true that we're working from the assumption that like something you've been framed, or it's just an unfortunate coincidence, right? If it is true, okay, well now we need to know what evidence did you leave behind? How do they know these things, right? I'm actually a mummy. Yeah, I just need information.
Excuse my impertinence, your ladyship. This is not an interrogation. I assure you that this line of questioning is in your best interest.
In all honesty, I'm not simply a patron to the hospital. My visits serve a dual purpose. Dr. Swansea has been treating my condition with a revolutionary technique of blood transfusion. It seems you are a specialist in the domain.
I'll take care of it. Do you know where I should start?
If that was the case, I'd settle the matter myself. You could talk to our local gossip, Harriet Jones. Not a pin drops here without her hearing about it.
I'll meet that woman now.
My life, as others know, is in your hands, Dr. Reed. I'm sure of your discretion, but I do fear your powers of persuasion will be put to the test. When this is resolved, I'll be your obligé. I'll answer all questions in regards of your condition.
Again, like, you don't need to pause for emphasis on things like that. I always find that strange when people are like looking for things. I understand if you're like keeping things secret, right? Then I understand people pausing. But it's when you're just saying a normal thing like, I'll look into your condition. There's no, you don't need to do, I'll look into your condition. It's like, okay, now anybody that possibly could have overheard that is now going to be suspicious as fuck. Like, what the fuck do you mean? What sort of condition? Ooh!
It's here again.
Ooh! There are secrets and sacraments! My!
What is this? Who are you? Get out of my room.
There's no need for alarm, madam. I'm Dr. Reed, the new surgeon.
Preposterous. Dr. Reed, you say? I don't want some bumbling intern. Where's Dr. Swansea?
Please, calm down, madam. I assure you that I am highly qualified. I'm just back from war duty.
How brave. Threatening an old defenseless woman. You know how long I've been a patient here.
What?
You've picked the wrong fight. I'm Harriet Jones.
Harriet Jones? Indeed. I've been meaning to have a chat with you. You know what goes on here better than any other
I know, that wasn't threatening at all.
Oh, better than
Please
any
calm
patient
down.
nurse
How
or
dare you
doctor.
threaten me?
I've seen so
What?
many vile undertakings.
I heard there have been some despicable goings-on. Was there a case of blackmail?
Blackmail? Wait. You're investigating something. This isn't a social call. One of those incompetent cunts slit a poor sod's vein.
If I didn't know better, Miss Jones, I'd be inclined to say you enjoy this type of idle gossip.
God's honest truth, Doctor. It's just the way it is here. Most of these bitches would let you freeze to death before getting you a blanket.
You seem to know more about the goings-on here than anyone else. Beware, Miss Jones, in case suspicion should fall on you.
That's it. Blame the old and infirm. I see those little bitches' greedy little eyes. Just waiting for me to pop off they are.
I assure you, madam, this is not an investigation into a possible medical error.
Debauchery, then? Nurses Crane, Hawkins, Brannigans, whores, all of them. They can't keep their legs shut. I've seen them scratching slutty sores.
Really? Well, if you have irrefutable proof, I'll not have the staff behaving in such a manner here.
This is your business, Doctor, not mine. But I swear one of the nurses is cavorting with some man on hospital hours.
Thank you for your time, Miss Jones. You've given me something to go on. See you on the next round.
Okay, so we know one of them has got a wee bit of the clap, does she?
The patients and staff might know something. I'll start my investigation with them.
One of the nurses may have a wee touch of the clap. Let's see if we can interrogate the old broads.
This epidemic. There's good reason to be proud.
Come on.
Good evening, Nurse Brett.
Good evening.
Okay.
Do you know if any of the hospital staff have criminal backgrounds?
The people who work here all come from very different backgrounds, Doctor. Just like the patients.
It's her, slutty clap victim. No, I know. I'm just. Never mind.
Have you seen a strange man visiting any of the nurses here?
I've never heard of such a thing, Doctor.
Goodbye, nurse.
Okay. I mean, we know that Pippa is meeting with our douchebag son of a bitch, bastard bitch, motherfucker, of a hospital driver, an ambulance driver, I should say, hospital driver. Yes, the entire hospital actually moves, you see. No, I meant ambulance driver.
My blood and soul.
What? Why did I see Pippa before? Oh! Hang on.
Don't worry, sir. I'll be back in a few minutes.
Good evening, Nurse Hawkins.
Good evening, Doctor.
Okay.
What can you tell me about the strange man visiting one of the nurses during her shift?
Let me guess. You spoke with that old shrew, Harriet Jones. Do not pay attention to her, Doctor. She's full of fanciful tales.
No matter how you feel about her, Miss Jones deserves our help.
Who says I don't care for her? Hate is what keeps that old crone alive.
She could have been telling the truth about the mysterious man.
That old witch will end up in hell soon enough. Who cares if a nurse finds some happiness where she can?
Wow.
What can you...
Let me...
That's all we have to go
Goodbye.
with. Okay.
It's locked.
It's locked. Okay, now where is you? Normally she's over in this wing. Oh no, is she the one bumping uglies, is she? Oh, it's Pippa. Where's Crane? Where is Crane? Like I said, she's normally in that wing of the hospital.
You always knew the words to calm the children, Ellen. As for me, what would you love me?
Those two are arguing, so then they unlock the door. Oh. Really? Oh, well, I mean... When you're sensitive, citizens behaving suspiciously, their heart will emit a distinctive glow. By looking at the citizen, you unlock special interactions.
Just die like this.
The fact that I don't sense her anywhere. Let me talk to him.
Please, sir.
I need help bad.
What's going on?
I'm Blight, sir. Newton Blight. I've lost my mate. Can't find him anywhere.
I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed from the Pembroke Hospital. Please, calm down and give me more details.
Oswald and myself were both infantry, sir. We were en route for the hospital, but we had a disagreement. And Oswald ran off towards the canal.
How long have you been searching for him?
I can't go there. Too many rats by the water. Fucking rats. Can't stand them since the war, sir. Can't stand them at all.
Don't be ashamed, Mr. Blight. Many soldiers who survived the trenches suffer from musophobia. I'll see what I can do for your friend. What can you tell me about yourself?
I'm Oswald's best friend. We served in the same regiment, sir.
I just look at his chest.
Taking care of each other since we came back from the front.
Can you see that? Right here? Look how kind of... and then swoops out. And very strange.
This is a dangerous part of town. What are you doing here?
We were looking for the Pembroke Hospital. We both need help. Treatment, I mean. To get some sleep. Just need to feel better, sir.
What can you tell me about your friend?
His name is Oswald Thatcher. We survived the war together. Oswald is nervous and quite fragile since we came back from the war.
Where was your friend the last time you saw him?
He went down by the canal. He didn't want to go to the hospital. I think he went to the sewers on purpose. So I couldn't go after him.
I have all the information I need for now. If I find anything out about your friend, I'll let you know as soon as I can.
Thank you, Dr. Reed.
Yeah. I wonder if that opened up a new investigation for us or not. Did not.
When I get back, I'll have a word with you. Really pissed me off.
Let's see, because we can get down from this side. And I'll check if I can see her from this side, maybe. What? Oh, found her.
Don't worry, we're safe. Don't worry, we're safe.
Lowe's here. Relax.
Okay, how do we get there? Question now. Oh, you
It's locked,
bastard
all right.
bitch! You daft bastard! You fucker! Wee little feck! Wee little fecker! Shank this bitch! Okay, but now we can try to like also spot the one people, an argument through the window. Count Dracula, wrong. It's Cock Blockula. I'm gonna try and These two are being sussy bakas. Whoa, what the? Oh, you have to get to a certain point.
How can I be sure I'll not find your unconscious body in the house again?
I promise you, you'll not find my unconscious body.
For God's sake, how can you say such a thing?
How can you refuse to listen? I tried to warn you for so long.
No, I won't let my only son die. You promised me you'll stay alive.
Your son lied to you, like the whole world lies to us.
Okay.
The Pembroke is so lucky to have Dr. Reed now. I met him in New York once.
If only there were more.
Because now I just gotta find the...
You're sure you don't come back with me?
Nah, I have to see someone at the hospital.
Be careful. You look so bad they may keep you as a patient.
Fuck 'em. I don't like hospitals or doctors.
Well then, when you go back to Whitechapel, you may find this useful.
What is it?
A pass for a free medical exam by the best nurse available. Just read it.
I don't read well, but thank you, I guess.
Okay. Okay. The fuck is Nurse Crane up to? The district, the sewers, is healthy. Oh, well.
This man has been savagely attacked and dragged to the floor.
Yeah, I think that's an understatement. Always mind your exits. Rogue skulls everywhere. Whoa! Slurp. Thank you. Common barbed cudgel. Okay, so going that way is to get to him. What's this way? Oh. Not a new investigation. Oh no! I didn't read what that thing was! No! Shit. 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 Shit, I didn't read that it was an area transition. Alright, let's go back in. Oh no! Oh no! A poisonous snake! Okay.
I can't breathe.
Alright, let's get you out of here. Come on.
Are you injured, sir?
Help me get out of here. I need to get out.
I'm Dr. Reed, and I'd be glad to help you, but you must calm down first. Please, take a deep breath and tell me your name.
Okay. I'm Oswald Thatcher. Please, I need to get out.
Mr. Thatcher, your friend Newton sent me to help you. Do you remember him?
Yes, I do.
Good. Now leave this place and enjoy the cool night air. It's quite invigorating. I'm sure you'll feel better if you do.
Okay. Meanwhile. Woo! Loot! Meanwhile, loot! Loot! Loot, 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 loot. Oh, well. The Band of the Dragon. Concerning the Brotherhood of St. Paul's Stole, I would advise our members to be very wary about these so-called scholars. Yes, indeed, most of them are always affable and respectful whenever they approach us, but it would be quite unwise for a discreet circle like the Ascalon Club to foolishly speak about our goals, our members, or our traditions. I also would like to remind our fellow members that the Brotherhood itself is ancient enough to have some mysterious traditions. One of them, according to some informants, could be the ritual of the so-called Band of the Dragon. It seems that in certain conditions, when the Brothers of St. Paul find a violent or bloodthirsty immortal, they call upon him this band. What is it exactly? I don't know. Does it really exist? I don't know for sure either. But what I've established as facts is that whenever a hostile or vindictive vampire has threatened London, it disappeared without a trace after the Brotherhood pronounced a ban upon him. The loyal Fergal Bansha himself has never been foolish enough to openly provoke the Brotherhood. This is a lesson we must all remember. Never be considered a dragon by the Brotherhood. From the Law of Ascalon by Lord Redgrave, the founder. Okay. Kill Jester. What? Kill Jester. Kill Jester. Scotland. It's just lighting. Oh. Okay, so the leads here. Hang on, I'm gonna see if I can come around or, you know, find more stuff. Find more stuff to use. Hello there, bastard, bitch, shit, hook. Easy. Ah! I keep hitting alt to dodge. I don't even remember what that's from. Oh, this is the only way to go around. Okay. I can't even remember what dodge alt even is. Like why it's so ingrained in my memory. Instead of hitting just space. Like, why do I keep going to the alt button? Oh. Wait! Oh!
What sort of creature?
A werewolf? What? What's a werewolf doing here? Ah! Ah! Bad, bad! Ow! 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 No! You bite me, I bite you! Law of the jungle! Oh, fuck. Ow! No, you don't. Ah! Ah! You bite me, I bite you back!
Here's what's left of him. Not a lot to check, but I should anyway.
Yeah, cowards. Then give the werewolf a tail. Cowards. You're sick. If you have no money, whoever you are, wherever you're from, come see Dorothea to get help. No tricks, no charges, no questions asked. Just find Darius, Sushi's house, and present this coupon.
Some voucher for a free checkup in Whitechapel. What is Nurse Crane up to? I really must find her.
Where's your tail? Where's your tail? Where's the other one? I have two. Where's the other one? That direction. Oh, I see. Just barely off screen. There we go. Okay. Suddenly werewolf. Okay. Well, now we got that done, right? Let's go talk. Oh, headaches. I don't know if I have medicine for that yet. Let's go put our diagnostics in, and then we'll see if we can treat his condition. Not. We got watery blood though. Oh nope, we don't have any brain stuff yet. We got no brain stuff. Brains. Okay. 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 Alright, off to Whitechapel we go. This condition is serious. I'm serious. Yeah, don't mind me.
Safer places to be than here.
Yeah, I agree with you. I'm leaving.
Did you hear me?
Yeah. You see me walking away from you. What do you want? You bastard bitch. Bastard bitch shit fox.
More and more of these bloody leeches every night.
Sorry, sir, no admittance.
God, recruit more and more every
Chap,
year.
step away now.
When did you join the guard? 2 days ago. This is my first patrol.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Nothing's happening here. What the fuck? What the fuck? What? Ah! Ah! You people! People, look what's here! Surprise! Surprise! Whoop! That's exactly what it was. It was just a surprise werewolf. Oh hell yeah! Oh hell yeah! I want to watch, but I gotta get to a different spot to watch. Oh, the werewolf's getting its ass kicked. Granted, it is fighting a boss apparently. You can do it, Whoopi. I'll help you. Us supernatural's got to stick together. Ow. Ow! Okay. I was not expecting the surprise. Whoops. The surprise werewolf. That's I'll admit, that kind of caught me off guard. Again, what are these watery, sturdy blood samples for? You know what I mean? Oh. Okay.
This neighborhood is linked somehow to the kind Lady Ashbury's blackmail. First, let's find this Petrescu fellow.
Already box of pills, nice. Oh, free shotgun ammo. Oh, I'll save that for now. Figured there'd be something more impactful down there. Oh, speaking of impactful, I'll be right back, chat. BRB, the bathroom. She called us to me. BRB. Whoa, whoa. Whoa.
Worse than a week-old lavvy.
Oh, there's Palmer.
Are you all right?
The bastard hit the wall next to me. I don't even know if he meant to miss.
If you've been hurt, I can help you. I'm a doctor.
Name's Albert. Remember it. Now bugger off.
What happened? Did you really steal that man's medication?
Hey, I didn't do anything. It ain't me.
Medication and drugs are a rare commodity in East London. So you picked an easy target, didn't you?
Sod off, mister. You ain't got no clue what's going on here. Bastard was a soldier in the war, so now he's got the right to shoot me.
It's true. I'm not familiar with this part of town. Perhaps you could help me.
I said sod off. Go find yourself another guide.
I found the recruiter you were expecting. He's dead, but he carried a note. The Wet Boot Boys have accepted your application.
I knew it! I told you I was tough enough. I'll be free soon.
It isn't freedom.
Free? You may soon find out that you have simply traded one set of shackles for another.
You're all fancy words, none of which concern me. Go worry about someone else. I'm fine and I've a future here.
Alright.
Goodbye, young man.
I'll not die in some piss-stinking alley reeking worse than a week-old lavvy.
Oh, safe house? Oh, well. I'm King Badass. I joined a gang. Yeah. I have a feeling he's going to be regretting that decision. That's a good sign. There's no way it could go wrong for me. Oh? Oh, is this a hideout? It is a hideout. Damn. Secret gang hideouts. Commit gang. Oops. Commit crime gang. I would put that at 31. Okay. Go to the crime board. It's like a crime to commit. Crime. Okay. Oh. Okay, so these can't be broken down. Right, I can just sell these. Okay. Okay. Oh, so we can get up to there. Okay, got it.
Hello, young man. I'm Dr. Reed, and I would like to ask you a few questions. May I enter, please?
Sorry, no, sir. My father does not like people entering our house, you see.
All right. I shall leave you alone. Good evening, sir. Do you remember me?
If you're here for a reward, you'll be sorely disappointed. But I'll gladly shake the hand of a fellow countryman.
I'm not here for a bounty. I'm a doctor. Dr. Reed from the Pembroke.
A doctor? In Whitechapel? What an opportunity. My name's Bates. Cadogan Bates.
Do you require assistance, Mr. Bates?
Not me, but your skills could help a lot of people round here. That would help my business, because I say a live tenant's a paying tenant.
Okay. And you've got the cold, I've got the treatment.
Since I took an oath to help people, can I be of assistance?
Well, seen better days, that's for sure. But it was bound to happen with all these refugees about.
I mean, pretty accurate.
Infecting you is probably the last thing on these people's minds. Take this, in any case.
What? You give me this for free? Don't have a clue about this place, do you?
Yeah, that's fine.
Goodbye, Mr. Bates.
Okay. Well, now he'll get healthy, and that'll help Whitechapel go a little bit in the correct direction.
What? What do you want? Leave me alone.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. I'm looking for Nurse Dorothy Crane.
There is no Dorothy Crane here. Now, goodbye.
I'm afraid this medical leaflet says the opposite, sir.
Really? Well, I'm afraid I'm going to close this door right now. Go bother someone else, Mr. Doctor.
To enter that house, I must discover who this man really is. Maybe I could start by observing what he's up to.
Going out the back door. He's got bronchitis.
A strange man was at the door with a pass for our medical facility. I refused him entry.
Darius, how could you know he didn't need our help?
His clothes were too finely tailored to be for Whitechapel.
Perhaps just a friend of that stray poet who is always about.
Richard Nithercott? No, not of the same cloth, this man. I suspect some machination from that journalist.
Clayton Darby. Is he still asking questions?
Yes. I saw him drifting around St. Mary's Church. I swear he is tracking me just downwind.
Okay. Convenient.
I must talk to that journalist or the poet. They must know about Darius. Nearby the church they just mentioned.
Why not talk to both?
Money. Come on, Barrett, you know the game. You pay for peace of mind. Can't you just look the other way this week, Joe? Come on, we can sort it out, right? It's not my call, Barrett. You paid one way or another. Please, Joe.
Imprisoned by your daily routine. Unable to see the true hope.
Forgive my interruption.
Do not apologize, my son. Father Tobias Whitaker is always happy to teach mortals about the incoming Armageddon.
The incoming
Dr.
Armageddon.
Jonathan
You mean the
Reed,
werewolves?
And I just
And the
have a few
vampires?
questions.
And the vampire
A
hunters? They're all
scientist.
pretty bad.
You are much more lost than I thought, my son.
You're nice, Elfie.
I have heard it.
Talk with this guy first.
Excuse me, sir. Are you familiar with this part of town? Name's Clayton Darby, reporter.
Sorry, I'm new to Whitechapel. But perhaps you could help me since you're a journalist. My name is Jonathan Reed.
Dr. Reed, the famous surgeon. I'll gladly help if I'm able, sir.
Why are the newspapers keeping silent about the Spanish influenza? It's as though none of you care.
There's a war going on. People shouldn't be demoralized by news of deadly diseases.
I gotta agree, like, war's going on. Oh, also, shit sucks at home, too. So, you may come back and your loved ones are dead.
I served in France. Our top priority must be to put an end to this butchery. This war must stop now.
Sir, streets are a battlefield too. An invisible and untold war is going on, and it must be stopped.
I don't know how that was the logical choice, okay?
What is a journalist doing in this borough after sunset?
He goes where none of his colleagues would dare to go, to inform the country.
So you risk your life to reveal the truth. I saw many reporters do the same during the war.
Whitechapel is the crucible of so many untold stories and tragedies. I want people to know them.
That's quite honorable of you. But is the public interested?
Not at all, sir. And that's why I'm an independent journalist, hoping to sell some stories.
Have you any idea of the danger you face in these streets at night?
I've had to run and hide more than once from frenzied mobs incensed by the fever. Do you think the flu is really responsible for this, Doctor?
I think we'll be honest with this guy.
I must confess, some of my rational views have been shaken by recent events.
I'll remember to stay away from the district's roughest streets then.
Yeah.
I heard you're investigating an underground medical dispensary in Whitechapel. What do you know about it?
Not much,
What
I'm
do you
afraid.
know?
They are
Give me your
weary strangers,
secrets.
and I'm not really an acquaintance of theirs.
Tell me your sacraments.
Why do you care?
Yes.
I'm a doctor, Mr. Darby. I care about everything involving public health and this epidemic.
Are you sure you're not just concerned about the repercussions that a scandal involving a certain Nurse Crane from the Pembroke Hospital would bring?
Without a doubt, you are a damn fine journalist, Mr. Darby. What do you know of her accomplice, a man named Darius?
I don't know much about the man. He's very cautious. Never goes out. Doesn't seem to have any friends or family.
He has no relatives at all?
No. Except for that strange man, a poet named Richard Nithercott, who sometimes comes by. Darius would never let him in.
Where can I find this Mr. Nithercott?
He spends most of his time lurking around Whitechapel, talking to himself or declaring verses. These days, you can usually find him behind the church.
Okay.
He never goes out?
No. A few days ago, he unexpectedly did. I followed him, but it was just a ruse to keep me away from his house.
Really? How do you know?
He went to the nearest mailbox, but just before posting his letter, he ripped it up and threw it away.
Huh.
Goodbye, Mr. Darby. Farewell.
Fare thee well. Fare thee well. Okay, I wanna find. Oh. I wanna find the fun police. The fun police are here. Let's go. Ah! Ah! I got put in a corner. It's almost dire. Ah. I was hoping. Oh shit. Come here. I need blood. You hold still. Kill myself. Oh. I need more blood. More blood. Wow, you're still alive. Okay. Can't go that way. Quarantine, influenza. Hello? Hello? Oh, are you the poet? Oh! Oh!
Some of us come to this world already touched.
Good evening, sir.
Hey,
I'm Dr. Reed.
I accidentally kicked the
I would
headstone
like to
and
ask
shattered
you a
it.
few questions. Please be my guest. Although I may not be the best informant regarding this part of town, my words speak about that which the eyes cannot see.
Really? Are you an artist of some kind?
I'm a poet, sir. Richard Nithercott, at your service.
May I ask what you're doing at this hour of night, sir? Do you live here?
Not at all. I'm just enjoying the pleasure of a quiet walk. Though night talks are always preferable, if you ask me. Especially with strangers.
But are you not afraid of the epidemic?
Oh, why should I? I see some equity in the Spanish flu. No flesh should be saved, say the scriptures. Good or evil, rich or poor, all are equal in the eyes of the flu.
If you say so. But as a physician in a time of epidemic, I must caution you to avoid unnecessary exposure, sir.
Thank you, Doctor. But we both know the seeker of truth has to go boldly where the weak dare not.
Are you aware that your life could be in danger in this part of town?
But this is where I must be to feel the real beat of the city. I had to come, see it for myself, alone.
I understand your need for solitude, but it's not safe around here.
I don't care. I don't have many friends, Doctor, and my family despises me.
If some misfortune came upon you, who would be here to help you?
Well, you for a start, my dear Doctor.
I mean, I would try, but...
What are your thoughts on the terrible situation in this city?
Terrible, you say? No. Of course, the death of so many innocents is a tragedy. But the scourge has not been all bad for the city. Oh, no, sir.
What are you talking about?
Do you remember London before the flu? Noisy, cacophonic, quiet nowhere to be found. And now, listen to this oddly peaceful silence.
Yes. The enjoyable silence of the grave. You have a unique perspective on the situation, I must admit.
Most people fail to understand my perspective. I don't blame them. But how could I call myself a poet if I veiled my feelings?
Tell me, Mr. Nethercott, why seek inspiration in Whitechapel?
The place is not beautiful per se, but how to explain it? Stirring and challenging.
Do you not think it a little morbid?
On the contrary, sir. Whitechapel is full of life, full of beauty. Just like my dear muse, the wonderful Camellia.
What can you tell me about Camellia?
Not much. And that's the beauty of it. She can't speak, you know. She's a locked mystery who exhales kindness and sweetness.
Okay.
Perhaps you're just afraid to find out the truth about your muse.
One day, perhaps, I'll ask her to come with me. But will she still be my wild flower of Whitechapel if she moves uptown?
And have you ever tried to learn more about her? Where she lives? How she survives? Whom she may know?
Maybe I prefer she remains an enigma. Reality can be so dull, don't you think?
In what way, exactly?
The struggle by gaslight, the barren smiles and the arid hunger under the rain.
If you say so.
Such vibrant antagonism and vivid paradox. The stripped humanity raged across each street.
Vivid, of course, yes. And what about the poignant distress?
Oh yes, the poignant distress. You see what I mean, don't you? That's what I want to write about, and that's what Whitechapel is made of.
Okay.
May I ask you a few questions about the district?
Extraordinary part of town, is it not? I'll be glad to help you, if I can.
I'm looking for Dorothy Crane, a nurse who lives in this vicinity.
Dorothy Crane. Oh, I love the name. The Crane of Whitechapel. Sounds very mysterious. But, sorry, no, never heard of her.
What can you tell me about an old man called Darius?
Darius Petrescu? Yes, I know him. At first, I thought he was only a small publisher. I invited him to publish my work, but his reaction was pretty clear.
Not interested in your talent?
Darius is an old political activist who takes delight in printing tracts and lampoons. Those communist activities only require mediocre writing skills.
Oh, he's a commie! Ah! Ah!
I'll leave you alone, sir.
Is it considered self-defense to kill a commie? I mean, we could save millions. Ugh. No, we're not judge, jury, and executioner. I'll just have to plug my nose when we get near him. There's the mailbox. Yeah, he's...
The content of Darius' letter to his children could give me more leverage to enter.
Ugh.
Darius is a bit less of a mystery now. It should not be that difficult to incite him to let me in.
Ow! Oh. Yeah, Clayton, I didn't realize you were so...
Good evening, Doctor.
Messed up.
Can I help you?
I didn't realize you were so...
Do
so
you
hurt.
need assistance?
That would be nice of you, Doctor. Who knows what I may have caught you in my investigation.
There you go.
If you persist in investigating the most pox-ridden boroughs of London, you must accept the risks.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Goodbye, Mr.
There we go. He's recovering. Whoa!
Mr. Petrescu, just 1 minute, please.
You again. Go away.
Sir, wait. Stop this nonsense. I know Nurse Crane is here. Shall we speak man to man, you and I?
All right. Speak up.
Don't you see we're on the same side? We fight to help the poor, sick, and abandoned.
I'm nothing like you, Mr. Doctor.
Yes, you are. You too believe in providing medical care without charge. You know what we have to sacrifice to make the world a better place.
I have to admit your words have conviction. All right, I'll let you see Dorothea. Don't make me regret this, though.
Also, let me, I need to, like, can I treat you real quick? While I'm here. Ignore the fact that I just took that out of your safe.
If you want to talk to Dorothea, you must go across the courtyard and take the stairs.
We've not been formally introduced. May I ask your name and occupation, sir?
I am Darius Petrescu. I'm here to keep snitches and spies away from Dorothea. And I also run this little print shop.
Yeah, you got bronchitis, sir. Let me...
Do you need some help, Mr. Petrescu?
I am very tired, but that is all. I don't need you, Doctor.
Well, I think you do. Take this, and you'll feel better.
Free drugs from an English doctor? It must be my lucky day.
Yeah, well...
So Dorothy's real name is not Crane?
Like myself and many people in this area. Dorothea is from occupied Romania. That's all you need to know.
She seems important to the community.
More than you can imagine. The West End does not want to hear of Whitechapel's misery. Dorothea is one of the few doing something about it.
Tell me everything you know about Camellia, the mute florist.
I do not believe in the afterlife, Doctor, but I'm almost convinced Camellia is an angel. She volunteered to give out our medical leaflets.
Are you not worried for her safety?
She is as brave as she is tough, and clever, too. If only I had met her when I was younger.
Are you in love with Camellia, Mr. Petrescu?
Don't be stupid. If I had met her when I was younger, we could have won our revolution.
Who is she, really? Do you know where she's from?
She's not from around here, that's all we know. Camellia is not even her name. It's her favorite flower.
You say she has no close family?
Well, there's that awful poet who constantly follows her around like a lost puppy. A good man for sure, but a very poor writer.
Tell me everything you know about Camellia, the mute florist.
I do not believe in the after.
Oh, that just leads us right back here. It was still highlighted, so I thought there might be something different. Okay.
Do you have any family left, Mr. Petrescu? Children or grandchildren?
Who knows? I have abandoned my people for so long, they might as well be dead. As dead as I am for them, I suppose.
Don't be embarrassed, sir. If you must know, my own father disappeared many years ago, and I forgave him.
It's quite awkward to talk about our families like this, but thank you, Dr. Reed. I appreciate your trust.
This war won't last forever. Did you ever think of returning to your country now it's free?
No. I have taught strength and determination to my sons and daughters. I'm an old, dying man who only has memories of better times to cherish.
How did you meet Nurse Crane, Darius? Why does she trust you?
I'm her oldest friend in England.
Yeah, absolutely. This is the war to no wars, right?
Many ideas about this country and about the country we left.
You mean occupied Romania, don't you? Even if not directly, I fought against your enemies.
Really? Then perhaps you have more in common with Dorothea than meets the eye, Dr. Reed.
I know you fought for your country when it was occupied, Darius. Tell me more about it.
I know my days are numbered, and I know I won't see my homeland again. But I fought for Romania all my life, and I will until my last breath.
But Romania escaped the grasp of the Austro-Hungarian Empire. It's a free country again.
But it's not the country I fought for. My homeland is not appeased, Doctor. And I still see a dark future ahead for my people.
Okay.
Goodbye, Mr. Petrescu.
Now, his condition was the worst condition I've seen thus far. Mike. Don't mind me. I have a loot tracking sense.
It's locked, all right.
Wait a minute. Isn't that... Oh, no. Okay. It is not. Yes, my intricately honed vampire senses let me track loot and lore. Or what? Oh, I didn't say anything. help you. I'll help.
He's going into convulsions.
What do we have here, nurse?
Patient Raz Van Vasily. High fever running on 3 days. Complaints of dizziness, muscle aches, and head pain. Diagnosed with influenza.
Treatment?
Aspirin and salicin for the fever and discomfort. Liquids for dehydration, but he's having trouble keeping even water down.
Anything else I should know?
Thank you, nurse. Anything else I should know?
He did lose consciousness this morning, but he's never had convulsions like these.
He's not convulsing, he's choking. He's not getting any air. Scalpel! Hand me that scalpel!
What can I do, Doctor?
It's too dangerous to operate with these convulsions. Sedative, nurse. Do we have any anesthetics?
I'm sorry, Doctor. None at all.
I need to perform a tracheostomy. Short pipe. That rubber tube will do. We're going to cut a passage for air through the neck.
Yes, Doctor. He's breathing again, but he's coughing up blood.
Internal hemorrhaging. I need to make another incision into the chest cavity to drain the fluids from the lung. Prepare another tube.
A thoracostomy. Doctor, we've nothing to fight the infection. We need an aseptic environment.
Right then, Nurse Crane. What do you suggest we do?
I've no idea. I'm not the doctor.
Time is of the essence. We need to perform a thoracic drain.
Yes, Doctor.
Again, if it's risk of, we gotta save his life.
He's still bleeding, Doctor. I'm losing his pulse.
The drain must have punctured the intercostal artery. There's too much blood.
Are you all right, Doctor?
I can't see. I must first suture the artery. Find the wound. The source of the blood.
Needle and thread, Doctor.
Good. The stitches are holding. How's he doing?
We're losing him. We've lost his pulse. He's dying, Doctor.
What would epinephrine do in this situation versus a cardiac massage? Cardiac massage would keep the heart going. I don't think epinephrine would be the case. You think epi? Okay. I'll go with epi in this instance. We'll see what happens.
A dose of epinephrine now.
Yes, Doctor.
It was the cardiac massage, wasn't it?
We've lost the pulse. He's gone, Doctor.
Nurse, we did everything we could.
Truly? Everything you could. Is that how you'll report this in your log? Is this how the war went? Piling up one poor corpse beside the next?
This was not an influenza-induced seizure. I've never seen symptoms like these on the continent.
Neither have I. But the previous symptoms leading up to this attack were the same, indistinguishable from the epidemic.
No. There was something more vile in these reactions. Something primitive.
There have been numerous reports of mental breakdowns caused by the fever that accompanies the flu itself, Doctor.
Yes, but... I'd best take some samples of the blood for analysis.
I doubt you're here to test my bedside manners.
It's locked.
This is an unfitting place for the illustrious Dr. Reed. I suspect it was more than intuition alone that led you to us. So, how might I be of service, Dr. Reed?
I've come to put an end to this insufferable blackmailing, Dorothy.
Doctor, you think your warnings scare me? I've stolen and plied, blackmailed and lied, but what else am I to do? I'm all these people have.
But why Lady Ashbury? Why her, of all people?
She's pristine and proper, all right. But that she-wolf in sheep's clothing murders the poor for sport. I have her where she belongs, and I'll milk her for all she's got.
Dr. Swansea is a sensible and honest man. He wouldn't have refused your friend's care at Pembroke.
It's easy for you to say, Doctor. These people cannot go to the police, nor to the hospital. They don't even speak English. They depend on me for everything.
I feel like you're doing this out of ego now. That's... like,
So, the end justifies the means. Is that your defense?
I know you're kind, Doctor. Just another fine-heeled, silver-spooned gentleman who was given the world on a platter. You know nothing of poverty. Nothing of the shame, the hunger, the loneliness.
I was in the war, bitch. The fuck do you mean?
You've convinced me of the sincerity of your actions and their noble justifications. But all the same, blackmail is a crime, and it will stop, Nurse Crane.
So, are you going to turn me over to the authorities?
What? This never happened before. I didn't know this was a thing. I feel bamboozled. I feel absolutely utterly bamboozled. This has never happened before. Talk to so many people in the district. I guess we gotta talk to more and more. Chat, I tell you what we're gonna do. I tell you what we're gonna do. We're gonna do some shenaniganry here. We're gonna do some shenaniganry. Oh no, the game crashed. I am curious. One, I want to see if it pulls us back enough that we can actually do the choices again, because I'm curious if the massage is the correct way to go about it. Oh my, what a terrible moment for a crash. I know. I'm curious, because I've never seen this pop up before as like a thing. And I thought we talked to a bunch of people, but I guess we haven't talked to the mute yet. So, we'll see. We'll see. Ugh. Yeah, in the meantime, though, chat, we will do that tomorrow. In the meantime, though, chat, hope you guys take care. Have a fantastic day. Stay safe and healthy. Get fit, get ripped. And I will see you back here tomorrow. As for what to watch on Saturday Showtime, I don't know. I don't know. We will see. But yeah. Bye-bye for now, everyone. Woo. Yeah, obviously we can't save either, but we'll find out. We will find out. By cracky, we will find out. If it lets us even try it. You know, we'll find out. Yeah, BRB. Or, see you tomorrow. Not BRB.